Hello, all you dragon folk, and welcome on back to our fifth and final episode of this $35 Facebook Marketplace bulk opening. Um, man, I'm really hyping up trash, aren't I? But like I said, we like to look for treasure here. We dig for the goods, more like a goblin than a dragon. But hey, you know what? They coexist in the same way, so it is what it is. But today we're looking through our last box of bulk that we were given. I saved what I had assumed to be the best for last, according to the seller. This box had a lot of goodies in it, right? A lot of goodies, a lot of mythics, rares, a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll see whether or not that was a lie or if they were telling the truth and we get some additional money. Now, remember, we are actually how much are you up? Oh, that's right. We are up $48 in profit right now. So, like before, we can only go up. So, this way we'll go about getting here, right? Seeing what we can make out of this. Even if we make, $5 here, I don't care. I've made my money back already. We're already better off for it. So, very excited. Let's just get right into it. Unboxing Alex, if you want to do me the honors and just go ahead and crack that last stuff over there. All right. All right, everybody. Welcome on back to the final part of the Facebook Marketplace unboxing here. Now that intro Alex is done with his job, we have moved on to the very final box. The box that is said to have the goods in it, as one would say. Now, I'm honestly not too sure. Obviously, like I said, and I will reiterate with all of my videos here, I have not looked inside this box. I don't know what's in here. I don't know what could be in here. The only thing I was told is that there are rares in this box. So we're going to see what we come up with. We're just going to go ahead and crack it. Pop it open. Oh my god, there's cards. Well, there's certainly something. Right. It looks like a lot of stuff here. Let's get this all to the side right now. Okay. Let's go ahead and leave that over yonder. Oop. Excuse the noise. And we'll see what we've got. Comments. You lied to me already, sir. Lied to me already. More comments, but in sleeves. Lands. More comments. That's Ice Age stuff. Alright. We may have some tickets here. Obviously, like I said, with this old stuff, sometimes you get things that are worth a lot more than what they look like because of their rarity not being quite shown as is. So we'll have to see what's up with all of that. It's an Inferno, another Saber-Toothed Cat, a bunch more of these cards here. Orcish Farmer, Dwarven Warriors, some more older cards. I don't believe these Shatters went for anything. Yeah, throw those over there. Put these right here. Okay. More Aether Revolt stuff, looks like. Oh, that's an uncommon. Is this an uncommon? No. That's an uncommon. Uncommon. Alright, some more. I don't actually know what that set's all about. Let's see here. So, we're hoping for some pretty good stuff out of this box. Obviously, we were told one thing. We've made some pretty decent amount of money off of this whole thing already, so I can't really say that we're at a loss. I mean, we've obviously plussed pretty well here, which is great. But, the more the merrier, as one would say, right? It's like playing the lottery with this kind of stuff, right? You're usually losing. I mean, now I have all these commons I don't know what I'm doing with, but sometimes you're winning. And today, throughout this specific segment, I would say we've won. I would say we've won pretty well. Excuse me while I get this other set of cards out of here. Okay. I'd say we've won. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you say we've won? We've definitely made a lot of progress, and I'm happy to see what the heck is that? I mean, that's obviously a common, but like, whoa, that's kind of neat. It's like a scroll. That's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty, hopefully you guys had fun on our little adventure that we had throughout this, throughout the making of this series. I know I did. It's always fun to look through some of the older stuff and get more acquainted with it. Maybe we'll even go about making like funny decks that include these cards, because now we have, so many of them, right? And we'll see. Maybe we'll just play some fun stuff and do some duels and teach people about Magic and all of its different cards. Because there's a lot. And I mean, when you get into like formats like Commander and all that stuff gets, it's crazy, because you literally can go back to the beginning and play any of these cards, right? But it's not everybody who plays Commander, so most people who actually truly play Commander know exactly what cards they're looking for and what cards are renowned for what they do, and so on and so forth. But I definitely know that out of everything, I think most new players who can't even really get into Standard anymore these days, just because of, the thing going on. And not to mention that some stores aren't doing whole tournaments yet, right? Some stores aren't even doing pre-releases. And even it's just mostly people are playing online, right? And online stuff is just really, unless you're playing Magic the Gathering online instead of Arena, you're pretty much just getting, Standard, right? So most people don't even have an eye into these older sets to even see what they'd be worth, to see if there are even any good cards, right, for their decks. It's good to see some uncommons, though. Nice little change of pace there from the pretty big common box we've had previously. So pretty excited about that. We'll see if there are any rares in here. Obviously, like I said, we found some rares in some of the other boxes. But the lister, the seller of this bulk box, had said that most of them were in this middle set. So we'll go ahead and see if that's true. If there's actually good money here in this box. We're making a pretty solid dent into here so far. Not much I'm seeing, though, that's like absolutely out of this world. A lot of stuff from M19 and Fate Reforged. But pretty much just commons, it looks like, most of it. So, obviously I wouldn't have expected this to be a whole box full of rares and mythics and all that stuff. Honestly, I was surprised to see even any mythics in that first box. So really it's kind of nuts. But we've made some progress, and luckily we're learning as we're going, right? I'm not completely new to Magic, but I'm new enough to the point where, I think if I didn't do my research previously to buying these things, I would sit here and get robbed day in, day out by people who want to just go, hey, these cards are from old sets, so they're worth all this money, right? As someone who's going to do this, I want to educate people as well. I want people to know that just because a card has a white border does not mean that it's going to be, one of, unlimited or even revised. You know, Revise isn't really even going for a lot right now. Some stuff is, but not all of it. And just because it's got a white border does not mean that you've got the absolute money, right? Do research on these cards. You know, a quick trip to TCG Player or to Card Kingdom or really any of those would be able to give you a proper look into what you're trying to find here, because into what it's actually priced. Because you don't want to just go, oh, this person's selling their like collection of like 20 cards for $60 and go, oh, okay, well, those all look like they're super old and super worth something, and then just not look them up, just willy-nilly spend your $60 on cards that cost 15 cents each, and then what, right? Then what have you done? You've wasted your money, right? No one wants to waste their money, not now, not right now, not during these times. Nobody wants to waste their money. So you got to do what you can, and just gonna make it happen. But if you guys have any questions about cards, I mean, like, I'm by no means a genius, right? Obviously, with me not knowing what sets are from what, and whose family trees, why are there so many why is there so many poison stuff in the, I don't know, in any of these things. Like, don't consider me an expert, right? At some point in my life, I hope to be kind of an expert, right? I hope to be able to grade cards at a whim and just take one look at that and go, yep, that's damaged, or oh, that's fake, or that's there's still some pretty good fakes out there. That as long as they're all sleeved and everything, you can pretty much see exactly, it'll look almost pristine. But when buying stuff online, you got to be prepared to be scammed, right? Which is what I did. $35 is not the end of the world for me, and it turns out I made more money than I did lose it. So really, I can't complain, man. I remember this guy. So yeah, I really can't complain. I mean, do I wish there was more out of here? Yeah, maybe there's going to be more in this box. Who's to say? But what I do know is that I at least had fun doing it. I have fun making content for you guys. So that's kind of the whole thing there is I want you guys to be educated, and I also want all of us to just be in it and have a fun time, because that's really what it's about. You want Magic the Gathering is about fun, right? And collectors and investors, you guys will know that you at least had fun with the game at some point, right? Like, it's not just cardboard that's worth a ton of money. It's people's whole, like, it's almost their whole, like, childhood, right? Not even just their childhood, but even their current, years, right, are all very, very much so based around, like, having fun with Magic. And if that's what's going to help them through their life, and give people fun, then that's what it is. And I would hate to be the guy to be like, yeah, you're not allowed to have fun unless you have money. Like, no. You can have fun without money. Sometimes it's harder, but you can have fun without money. Take it from me. So, looks like so far we're sitting on pretty much dirt right now. I'm glad I thought we were gonna like wait to hit the big cards in this one, but it doesn't look like we're getting a whole ton of it right now. It looks like a lot of it was in a different box, which is kind of hilarious, because it's definitely a lot more commons than it is anything else. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Terrifying. I hate spiders. So, yeah, that's, it's pretty much what we're going with here. Once again, this is another situation, right? You got to be ready to take risk for things like this, because if you're not, then, you know, if you think you're gonna only gain money off of buying bulk Magic cards, then you're wrong. You're not going to gain anything unless, of course, it is something that you know is legit and that you know is going to be worth, investing into. When people sell their collections for thousands of dollars, they're doing it for a reason. They're doing it because they've done the research and they know how much their stuff is worth. So that's kind of why. So when you see that kind of stuff, just be aware that, like, if someone is selling their whole thing for $500, just do a quick double check on all of their cards, right? You should, if they're going to sell it to you properly, you'll be able to see every single card in the binder or wherever they have it stored, and you can just look at that and then compare it to something on, TCG, and I guarantee you'll have your answer as to whether or not those cards are actually worth that. Now, it's not to say that you can't sell it like that, because, it's a free market pretty much. You can sell your cards for however much you want. But I don't think most people are going to buy your cards if they're significantly overpriced. That's why I'd rather play with, like, a reprint that does the same thing in my commander deck than the old card that is super expensive and I need to take out a loan just to get. So these lands, it's all going to be lands. Would you look at that? Lands. This last little stack here, we're just hitting the end of this. Yep. See, maybe they're going to be in the back here. Maybe. Let's hope. Right? Let's hope for some actual win. Oh, okay. More cards. These are all lands that came in here. Let's see. Secret Plans. More commons. More lands. More dual lands. Yep. It's going to be a Black Lotus at the back of this thing, I tell you. Nope. That's it. All right. Well, that's the end of this here. I'll go ahead and I'll let outro Alex take care of anything that might be worth something. We're obviously more so looking for stuff in this pile of uncommons, and then maybe even in this pile of older cards to see what we may be able to make out of this box here. Yeah, so I'll let outro Alex take care of the rest of this, and we'll see you then. All right, guys. Well, welcome back. Yeah, we didn't make a whole bunch off this box, believe it or not. It turns out that we'll just get right into the money, right? We got one card worth just about anything, and that is Brave the Sands. That card is worth about $1. Other than that, we got 6 cards that are over 50 cents, and like I explained in my other videos, we do round those up here to $1 just because, after shipping and all that jazz, it tends to be about $1 worth of profit. So, that is paid off there. So we have made a total of, let's see, before we get into a total, we were at $48 plus, right? So $48 over our $35 that we spent. We made $7, and now we're at $55 total of profit, which is wild. $55, guys. $55 from someone who thought this was junk, right? Who was just like, I just want to get rid of it, right? Now, obviously, I have more time than other people do. But if this is a testament to anything, right? Even if you're 80 years old and you're selling your late spouse's collection, or you're keeping it, right? And you want to know, you need to know pricing of things, and just, let's say you're new, right? And you want to know what to start looking for in older cards. in even newer cards, right? Just use the internet, everybody. Please, just use the internet. It's going to be more beneficial to you than you ever would think. And frankly, it'll get you the best dollar for it. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Selling 5 boxes of what you believe is bulk for $90, people probably aren't going to buy it. But if you take those money cards that were in the bulk, put them in a binder, and then sell the binder and the bulk, you could sell it for 90. Maybe even $80, right? You know, you still made $80, right? And so, honestly, you know, I want to give a big shout out to the Facebook Marketplace seller who will not be named. Thank you so much for allowing me to purchase your cards off of you. Thank you so much for being able to make allow me to make this content from my new collection, as well as giving me a glimpse into your past. You have a lot of play sets of stuff, and that's really cool. I don't know if you were a collector of play sets. I don't know if you use them in decks or anything, but good on you, honestly. And thank you so much for your, for allowing me to do this. I'll keep them all in good shape, as you did. So except for the Sheevan Dragons. You better not have cut those Sheevan Dragons yourself. Just saying. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for the series here. We're gonna go ahead and end the series for this $35 Facebook Marketplace collection. Don't you worry though, there will be more collections. I'm not just gonna up and stop collecting. And frankly, there are a lot of collections out there. I'm searching through Facebook Marketplace. I'm searching through Mercari, I think, is another one that I'm doing. And I'm just looking through, seeing what I can find, and hoping for the best, right? And if you guys watching, I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to buy anything, right? But if you guys want me to, if you're looking to sell off some extra bulk cards, whether it be from any TCG, right? Like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Keyforge, Buddy Fight Vanguard, Dragon Ball Super card game, any of them, right? I mean, I'm gonna buy your bulk, right? For a reasonable price. I'm not made of money, so I can't quite do that yet. But yeah. So I'd love to start collecting things and going through it, and who knows, right? Maybe the bulk that you have might be worth something. So obviously, if you want to sell it to me at a reasonable price, I can do that. But please, this is just for someone who is looking to get the most out of bulk. Just do it, right? Go take the time, right? Take a Saturday or something and just lay out all your cards. And learn about the sets that have the different rarity stamps. We're gonna make a whole separate video on rarities, how they're found out, how they're identified, and how you, the collector, the player, anybody, because even if you're a player, you still want to be able, if you're buying singles, you want to make sure that they are of good quality, right? And that they are what they say they are. So obviously, you go off of that. But I want to be informative over. I want to be more of a teacher than a collector first and foremost, because the world's crazy out there, and I would love to help anyone in an attempt to figure out what it is that they have, right? If it's an uncommon card from Kaldheim, check it, right? It could be a Youthful Valkyrie, which goes for almost $3 right now. Now, I can't say it'll go for $3 in 10 years, but it goes for $3 now. So if that's what you want to do that. That's enough of me rambling. We'll leave all of our rarities and such for a separate video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the videos, share all this with your Magic the Gathering friends, and show them that buying bulk isn't weird. Sometimes you might find some gems in there. Who's to say, right? It depends on the seller. But and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more. We're, like I said, we do more than Magic here. So I'm going to be making a bunch more videos in regards to that. We're going to be doing a lot of like Pokemon TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh. We're going to hit all the card games. So we're going to try our best just to build a nice little collection and build ourselves up, and maybe we'll we'll just see where the world takes us, right? That's all we can do. So, thank you so much once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful time collecting, playing, searching and chasing, because the world's your oyster. Just please do research. It won't hurt you. I promise. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Nerd out.